Welcome to Culture Screen, where we analyze culture through countdown. This episode is on John Stuart Mill's book On Liberty. We will use the book to define what John Stuart Mill meant by freedom. John Stuart Mill was a utilitarian and social theorist. His views on liberty justified the freedom of the individual and argued against an unlimited state and social domination. In his book titled On Liberty, published in 1859, Mill argues for why the individual must be free in order for society to progress. In Chapter 1 of On Liberty, we see how civil liberty is the limit we set on society's power over an individual. Mill starts off by touching on Greek, Roman, and English history and what liberty meant in the past. Pre-French Revolution, liberty meant protection against tyrannical forms of government. As history progressed, rulers went from being seen as masters to public servants. Citizens evolved from being seen as subjects to being controlled to the foundation of all governmental political power in society. This growth provided citizens with new political powers and removed masters from our society had also created an issue. The idea of a tyranny of the masses was the issue. According to Mill, a tyranny of the masses occurs when Group A can stop Group B from doing something only because Group A is in the majority. This idea was dangerous because if we look at what minorities throughout history have undergone, like the early Christians, Jews, and Muslims, then when the Catholic Church assumed power, non-believers were often tried and sentenced for blaspheming or speaking against the church. Mill provides this dichotomy as an example to show how through majority rule, only the oppressed become the oppressor and the oppressor the oppressed, which does the opposite of government's basic purpose, which is to protect us from one another. At the end of Chapter 1, Mill goes over the three forms in which liberty manifests itself. First, you have the liberty of thought and opinion. Second, you have the liberty of tastes and pursuit, also known as the freedom to live and plan your own life. And third, the freedom to join together with other people who think and have a common purpose as you. Of course, so long as you aren't going to physically hurt someone. These three manifestations of freedom conflict with our inclination towards wanting others in society to think or act as you do. Chapter 2. In Chapter 2, Mill highlights the importance of being able to hold and express an unpopular opinion, no matter how unpopular it may be. Mill points out that censorship of opinions is wrong because an opinion's popularity does not make it right or wrong. Only open discussion can determine right from wrong. Following this train of thought, Mill states that the Protestant Reformation was itself attempted numerous times before Martin Luther. However, those in power kept the Reformation at bay until a time came where it wasn't. Chapter 3. In Chapter 3, Mill discusses whether or not people should be allowed to act on their beliefs and personal ideas without excluding them from society. He does admit that acting on ideas is not the same as simply believing something. To Mill, man is fallible. We often make mistakes socially, and for that reason alone, man should be allowed to live as he wishes, and that this freedom to live as we wish will help push and progress our society into a freer, more just future. This freedom also brings personal growth and fulfillment, and it also presents new ideas and concepts to society and new directions for it to grow. In Chapter 4, Mill argues that society is only there to curtail humans from harming each other, and that because you are protected by society, we are obliged to behave in ways society deems appropriate. Mill also says that individuals also must protect their society from harm as well. Communities of camaraderie should exist. To Mill, there is no social contract where humans agree to act in a certain way. To Mill, it's simply an exchange. You behave, you receive protection from others. Chapter 5. In Mill's last chapter, he summarizes his arguments. Mill drives us to understand that society has no business interfering in your behavior that only affect you and your private life. Mill's second argument is that society has the right to punish whomever harms another person. In the second half of the chapter, he describes examples for his arguments. John Stuart Mill continues to be a controversial figure till today. Let us know what your opinions are on his works in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the episode. We upload new videos every week, so subscribe to our channel. Click the notification bell to be notified of when we upload these videos, and we'll see you next time on Culture Screen.